Hello, and welcome. I'm going to do some venting with you today. I am going to show you what sold, but there is an eBay glitch that I think you all need to know about. This glitch caused me to get negative feedback. eBay told me about the glitch, and even though it was their fault, they would not remove negative feedback. So I am going to talk to you about that. So hopefully the same thing does not happen to you. And I'm going to show you what sold. So let's go ahead and get started. If you do not know me, I am Kat. I am a full-time reseller, and I got a negative feedback last week, and I was kind of upset about it, and I'll tell you what happened. So somebody bought a diffuser from me. We tested it here. It worked. They said it didn't work. I said, okay, that's fine. Send it back, and I will give you a full refund. We do free 30-day returns. And they never answered me. Now, I will tell you, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm not going to make you wait till the end of the video for this. If somebody is really rude to me or disrespectful in messages, I block them from buying from me, whether they have bought from me before or not. This buyer was extremely rude to me in messages, so I blocked them. And in the past on eBay, how it works is if you block a buyer, they cannot send you messages or buy anything new. However, if they have an open transaction with you, like this buyer had bought from me, they have, 30 days to return it, their messages should come through to me. However, they did not. So the buyer never opened a return. They just shipped it back to me, used their own label. I had no idea it was being sent back. And we do not check our P.O. box unless we have a reason to. So her item was sitting there, and I messaged eBay. I said, look, she never opened a return. I didn't know I got the item. I'm happy to issue a return as soon as I had the item in my hands, make sure that it came back. The buyer never sent me any tracking, and eBay told me, you have the buyer blocked, and the buyer's been trying to message you about the return. I responded to the eBay customer service rep and said, my understanding is that the buyer can still message you on an open transaction. They just wouldn't be able to purchase from you again, because I don't want this person who is being extremely rude to me to be able to buy something again while I'm waiting on her return. Well, eBay says in the last month there has been a glitch, and when you block the buyer, none of their messages come through, which is great. That's what I wanted since the beginning, but I didn't know this. So this buyer is messaging me. Apparently they didn't know how to open a return on eBay, and they just shipped the thing back. I didn't know it was here. I provided them a refund, and I said to eBay, can you remove this? Because I did refund them now that I've verified I have the item. And they said, no, sorry, because the buyer didn't open a return, you are not protected by seller protection. So what you're telling me is that because your system had a flaw, didn't allow the messages to go through when they should have been allowed to go through on an open transaction, and now I did the right thing, refunded the buyer. She left me negative feedback saying I didn't refund her. I didn't refund her because I didn't know I had the item, because she didn't open a return. And eBay says, sorry, she didn't do it the right way. We can't remove the feedback. I sent the buyer a revision request. She did not change it. My feedback is public knowledge. It is sitting there for you all to see. Yeah, so what eBay suggested and what I am suggesting to you is that if you have a buyer that is being rude to you, but you have an open transaction with, wait until that transaction is closed to block them. Now, if they haven't bought from you, it doesn't matter. You can block them. But if you are dealing with a return, wait to block them. And it sucks because eBay didn't notify us. The policy is that their messages should go through, but eBay said there was a glitch. If anybody wants to see screenshots of my conversation with eBay, I would be happy to send them to you, of them saying, sorry, this was our fault. And even though this feedback is not true, we see you provided a refund. We're still not going to remove it. So that is that. I have rambled for 5 minutes now. Don't block the buyer until your transaction is complete, because you won't get the messages. And eBay has been a pain in the royal butt not removing feedback, even though they know it is not true. They are not being very seller friendly on that. That's all I'll say. I'm not too thrilled with it. It's not going to make me stop selling on there, but it is kind of frustrating. So let's go ahead. I have some amazing sales, great profit. There are some fast selling things. There are some things that took a couple months to sell in here, but there's a good variety. So I'm going to quit rambling and let's go ahead and take a look. And I am only showing you eBay today because there were a lot of really good ones. I am not going to show you Poshmark and Mercari this week. We will pick back up on that next. All right, my friends, I always like to start off with showing the back door of my eBay. You can see here today we are at $231 in sales for the week, $2,300, $12,000 for the month. Yesterday we had a great day. We did $706. We had 2 right at $400, and we had 3 pretty low days here, but it is starting to pick back up. And I'm going to go ahead and show you actually 25 sales on eBay, since we aren't going to take a look at Poshmark and Mercari today. So let's go ahead and see what sold. First up, this today, I was going back and forth with the buyer. I accepted a best offer of $35. They kept trying to get me to go lower. This thing has not even been listed a week. I was not going lower than that. This is an Italian sterling silver 8-inch bracelet, sold for $35. And sold in under a week. Here you can see the photographs of this. This was a really, really pretty sterling bracelet. It is 8 inches, so a little bit longer. And it's actually half an inch wide. Here you can see that sterling and Italy mark, and we do show the clasp. And this one was a great sale, very fast. I'm about $10 in, so it's about a $20 profit after fees. There are going to be quite a few Lisa Frank sales in this video. One buyer bought a lot of Lisa Frank from me this weekend. She got this gumball sticker sheet for $29.24, and it is just a single sheet. You can see here the front and the back. And I was able to comp these. Most of the Lisa Frank I am able to find comps on eBay, so I just look up the exact one I have, and I was $4 into these, so they are about a $20 profit, and they sold in about 3 months. We've had them right at 3 months now. Next, if you have kids like me who outgrow their shoes all the time, and the brands of shoes they wear sell well, then sell them. This is a pair of Dalton's Crocs that he outgrew, and even with wear, his Crocs and his Hey Dudes tend to sell pretty fast. So these sold for $15. I figure it is just getting my money back, because I bought them actually used off of eBay myself. But if they are here, kids' shoes and certain brands is something I will do. I don't typically do kids' clothes though. Up next is a vintage Fukagawa Arita hand-painted porcelain ashtray made in Japan. I picked these up for $2 at the flea market. They did take a little while to sell. They are about a $10 profit after fees. And here you can see that Arita made in Japan. There it is a little bit closer. $10 profit. These are something I probably would not pick up again. If you're interested in high selling ashtrays though, I do have a research video on ashtrays. I'll pop that up at the top, because there are some that are very, very valuable. Next is some fishing lures. These are vintage herders spoons. I did do a set of 4. $19.49. I said on my last what sold, I really try and get the fishing stuff up to $20 sales, so I will lot them up together. And these I'm less than $1 in. They're about a $15 profit, and they did take about 2.5 months to sell. Here is another really good Lisa Frank sale. This one I accepted a best offer, $58. So it's about a $45 profit. You can see I put 1990s cats, kittens, locker mirror magnetic, and there it is a little bit closer. We do show the back, and it does have the Lisa Frank. This one was a great sale, and again, about 3 months to sell. Next is this vintage Lisa Frank ruler. This one sold for $12.99, so it's only about a $5 profit. But the rulers that we had were such different themes. I didn't think they would sell well together. So here you can see the unicorns. It's just like a little stencil ruler, but I am okay with that $5 profit. And again, about 3 months. Here is another one. And this one's pretty cool because it's actually scissor holders, but I didn't have the scissors, and it still sold for over $20. So this one's about a $15 profit. Here you can see where the scissors went in, and we do show the size. It is in really, really good condition, and another one that took 3 months to sell. All right, I'm going to show you a few that this buyer bought. And if you know me, I love picking up vintage linens. They actually bought 7 different ones. I'm going to show you 4 of those. They are all pretty similar, but watch out for vintage linens. You can pick these up for $0.25, 50 cents a lot of times at estate sales. So here you can see this one was a set of 2. This one is Canon. I have done very, very well with Canon vintage pillowcases. It is percal, and we do show the tag. And they are a little bit faded, very, very pretty. And these sold in about 2 months. The buyer also got this set of vintage Lady Pepperell pillowcases. These have a little bit of discoloration, you can see. These also sold for that 19. We do zoom in close to show, and it shows the size before hemming. There is that Pepperell. That is another brand that we have done well with. And these sold in about 3 months. I love when linen lovers find my listing, so really happy with that sale. This one was just a single pillowcase, and I do want to say I will pick up single pillowcases. They do better if they are in pairs, but this one was a single, sold for right at that $10 mark. We do zoom in close, and there is that percal, made in the USA. This one does have a name written on it, so that is shown in the photos. I have started adding to my descriptions that photos are part of the description. Please view them and to ask questions before purchasing after a couple of people just were not paying attention. This one was a great sale, and now we'll move on to some other stuff. Up next, I actually got this from a viewer. I bought a bunch of vintage t-shirts from her for $4.50 each. This is a vintage Dale Earnhardt Sr. and Jeff Gordon the Kid. This one sold in under a week for $45. So it is about a $35 profit. Very, very fast seller. Here you can see the photographs. This one is on a vintage Fruit of the Loom tag. Here are the scheduled race appearances, and here are the measurements. So this one is a little bit smaller because it is vintage. So you may make sure you show the measurements. Here we are showing some bleaching. You can see we did put Reed in that title, and it still sold very, very fast. There's a story to these pants. If you follow me on Instagram, my workout page, which is Operation Healthy Cat, I bought these pants for me at the thrift store, and I didn't realize they were like bell bottoms. And so I wore them once, and then I sold them. I think I paid like $2 or $3, so it's like an $8 profit after fees. But I don't like bell bottom pants. So here you can see the measurements, and they sold really fast. They are Zuda brand. They actually were 1XT. So hopefully they will fit that person. It says 2X, and I was thinking they were 2X, but they're a 1X. And yeah, they sold really, really fast, and I am happy they're gone, and I do not want to wear them again. If you watch my cat's treasure hunting channel, you will have seen me pick these up for under $4. These are Ned Smith Rare Sportfish Tumbler Lowball Glasses. They sold in 2 weeks for $97.49, well over an $80 profit. And I actually have found 2 more Ned Smith glasses since I found these, because now I just automatically notice them. So here you can see this one had striped bass. It also had the sailfish, and these were not seen very much. I could not find very many listed. That's why I priced them high. But watch for Ned Smith. I will tell you, when I found these glasses, I could tell they were very, very high quality, and I am really glad I picked them up. They were a very, very fast sale. Next, this one I sent a 50% off offer. So I sent a $250 offer on this. It is a Louis Meideke Studio Pottery, beautiful turquoise blue. So I bought a collection of Louis Meideke, and he didn't do turquoise very much. So I priced this one up, but I've had it for a couple of years. So I sent him 50% off. You're going to see another high dollar sale. I did the same thing. I've had them long enough. I only paid $8, so it is over a $200 profit. Beautiful colors on this. And here you can see this is an 8.5-inch bowl. Really, really pretty Louis Meideke piece. Great sale. I, again, took 50% because I had it for a long time. This is another one that I sent a 50% off offer on. I sold it for $227. I bought this for about $100, so I'm still making a $100 profit. It was worth the $455, but unfortunately, it had been broken, repaired. But without the repairs, it was worth a lot more. However, I had had it for 2 years. I was ready to just let it go. You can see here, those tops do come off of the boat in the corner. And I'm going to show you, here is the repair there on the head. The head was broke off. I did have to glue it back on. And there is the back of this one. So I am happy with this sale. This one was a signed piece. It was from 2007. And it took a long, long time to sell because I think of that repair. Some vintage Lee jeans. I did put distressed and reed. They did have some staining there on the front. Sold for $20 on a best offer. There is the tag, and there is that registered. There was a little rip there as well. So I wanted to make sure that people saw those. But this one took a little bit longer to sell. I feel like the style is not very much in fashion anymore, but I'm not good at knowing that. This ornament I picked up at the same time I picked up the Ned Smith glasses. This is another one that was a really, really fast sale. Reverse painted glass, J. Peak Park. I actually got 4 reverse painted ornaments, and I got them for free. I asked the owner if he wanted to make me a deal, and he ended up just throwing them in for free. He had them priced at $5 each. I was hoping to get them for $2 or $3. I got them for free. So it's about a $15 profit after fees. You can see here it had the original little velvet box. It was Art Studio Company is the brand. And I have a few more from different parks still that have not sold yet, but there was no cost into it, and really, really fast sale. These pants were actually just in my catch treasure hunting video from yesterday. I picked them up for $1 and they sold so fast it was not funny. They are about a $10 profit. They are Ann Taylor corduroy pants. They are size 12. I have done very, very well with corduroy pants. Super happy with this sale. Here you can see the close-up. These were really, really nice pants, and got them for $1 and made a quick 10 times my money, and I am good with that. This is another item I picked up thrifting, and I paid $1. I had no idea what I was getting. I just knew this looked really, really nice. I could just feel the quality. So it was a wool. It has those patches. It's a shooting sweater, and I did not know it. Watch for these. They sell high. This one is a size extra large. It sold in under a week, very, very fast. So here, when I found this, all I saw was this 100% wool. That is what caught my eye. But watch for shooting clothes. I didn't realize they were worth so much. And this one was a very, very fast sale. This one took a little bit longer to sell, and I probably will not pick something like this up again. I think it might have been in a lot. I didn't pay more than $1. It is a Red Hat Society. It took over a year to sell. I Shall Wear Purple sold for $20. So it's about a $15 profit. It just took so long to sell. So again, I would not pick this up again. It did have a little chip there on the bottom, but I am happy that it is gone. This is going to be the last sale I will show you for today. This is an Art Deco sterling silver smoky quartz and marcasite brooch. This one sold in under a week for $35. I did accept a best offer. I paid $5, so it's about a $25 profit after fees. Here you can see the photographs of this one. It was not branded. It was a little bit over an inch, but really, really pretty with the marcasite and smoky quartz. And this was a very, very... All right, I hope you have enjoyed. I will get back to showing some Poshmark and Mercari sales next week. There were just so many good ones on eBay. Let me know what your favorite item I sold was. And hopefully my negative experience with negative feedback will help you. And hopefully eBay will fix their glitches and we'll start supporting the sellers a little bit more. I doubt it, but I can hope. Again, it's not going to make me stop selling on eBay. eBay is still our highest performing platform. There are just some kinks that I really wish could be worked out there. But, you know, it might never happen. So I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. I appreciate you hanging out with me this much. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week coming up. A thumbs up, share with your friends if you think they would like, and I will see you on the next one.